What's going on, guys? It's Petrol Juice here. Today we're working on my Sportster 883 and we're doing a very essential upgrade. That upgrade is to save your back if you're having that constant issue like I am, and that is replacing the shocks right here. These are stock 13-inch shocks on my Sportster, and we're replacing them with Bitubo 13-inch shocks. They're basically coilovers where you can adjust the suspension on the fly to firmer or softer. They're an Italian company, but DK Customs sells these, and it comes pre-adjusted to your ride quality that you'd like and your riding style. So the preload's already set, as well as the soft setting over here. And this is as simple as jacking the Sportster up, removing these two screws on both shocks, taking them off and putting the new one on. That's it. If you're using the same inch shocks, it should be that easy. The only thing that's difficult, what I found out today, is you're gonna have to remove the kickstand. So you remove the pin that's attached on the kickstand, then you have to take off the spring, then the kickstand comes off. Once you do that, barely lift up the wheel in the back so it's, barely touching the ground. Then get started. You're gonna be using a T50 Torx. I'm using a torque wrench, and you will need a torque wrench for this once you put the new shocks on. Let's get started. Next thing you want to do, there's a nut or a lug nut behind this Torx screw here on the back. Just hold it tight with a monkey wrench if you have one, and go to town. I'm seeing around 40 foot-pounds of torque. I'm going to need to take these off. Beautiful. I should just ride like this. Old shock is off. I'm gonna repeat the same process for the other side, and then we'll move on to the new shocks. Always use a friend, it's very helpful. All right, so once you take off the shocks, what you have to do is pull out the new one. You get this little bag of spacers. With the Sportster, you're gonna need All right, so once you take the shocks off, these are the new, these are the old. The new ones are gonna come with some spacers that you're gonna have to put in. The orientation that they go in is you're gonna put the thick spacer on the inside and the thin one, which looks like this, underneath the cap. So it's gonna go on the outside, this is gonna go on the inside. Same concept at the bottom. The thick one's gonna go on the inside, the thin one's gonna go on the outside right here. Do that for both sides. And you're also gonna need some red Loctite. It has to be red, and the specific one you need is 27-100. They only want you to put a little dab on the screws, all four. Once you do that, insert them into the holes using 40 foot-pounds of torque. And it should be that simple. Another good idea would be using a wire brush to clean off the old Loctite that's on there and make it look like brand new. Just a little dab like that will do you. They said they only want one dab, so we're putting one dab. Set it to 40 foot-pounds of torque. Once you put in the top, do the same thing with the bottom. So have it very loose at the top with the Loctite. And we're gonna put some Loctite on the bottom screw as well. Just one dab. As you can see the orientation, you have the thick one over in the inside and the thin pushing at the outside. What we're gonna do now is set it to 40 foot-pounds of torque and work our way top and bottom. Don't forget to put the nut back on the other side. There we go. Once you hear that click, you know what you're at, 40. There you go. This is the new. This is the old. Clean, brother.
Clean, much cleaner.
By the way, this is my friend Luke.
What's up, guys?
Helping me out today. Wouldn't be able to do it without him. Check that out. All right, let's get to the other one. And we got a few more mods to do. Just like that, 40 foot-pounds of torque both sides. you're ready to go. Just set her down, put the kickstand back on with the spring, and you're all set. So next thing we're gonna install is the sissy bar. There's a nut behind here. Grab that. Use a T40 Torx on the outside to remove these 4 Torx screws. And it's as simple as taking them out, putting the sissy bar back on, and tightening it up. As you're putting on the sissy bar, you're going to put the nut on the other side. Use the new screws provided, and just screw them right in. And just like that, you have a sissy bar. And this is the finished product. It's as easy as putting some screws in, taking them out, putting them on. And that lets you put some bags in the back as you're traveling. The link for this would be in the description below. Alright guys, so I'm editing the video right now and I just remembered I forgot to record an outro to the whole thing, but it's been, I want to say 2 months since I put this in, maybe a month, I'm exaggerating. And I went on a road trip about 1,400 miles with these shocks, and they're a huge difference from the stock shocks. I mean, I 100% recommend them. I did the Bitubo shocks. Again, I bought them from DK Customs. They're able to customize to your ride quality that you'd like on your Sportster, and they calculate if you're going to be with luggage weight or with a pillion passenger in the back, and it's night and day difference. The whole trip, I barely felt the potholes as much as I did on the stock shocks. And as soon as I went to the back roads, I just made the suspension a little stiffer, and they just ate those corners like nothing. It was amazing. Highly recommend the shocks. They're super easy to install. Just use a friend, take half the day, buy them some beers or something for helping you out. Just have a good time and vibe out like we did. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Ask me if you have any questions. Just leave a comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll check you out in the next one.